My friends, let's run through his Week 9 power rankings now up at NFL.com. The most popular children's Halloween costumes are Avengers. So let's do these according to coolness factor of Avengers from 4 to 1. Here we have the Doctor Strange division. Sorry, Miami Dolphins, Washington Redskins. Sorry, Ben Cumberbatch. I love you. I love a bald Tilda Swinton. Those movies just don't do it for me. A little much. Arizona Cardinals finding their way into the division, 25 and 26.
How hard are those lines for him to memorize?
Very hard. Talented thespian.
Talented.
A little beneath him, actually. Number 3. Let's go to the Falcon division. Nate, don't get triggered here, but Falcon does get his butt kicked on his own backyard by Ant-Man, who's just learning his powers. Jacksonville Jaguars, 17. Pittsburgh, 18. The Broncos in the post-Joe Flacco era now, I guess, 24. And the Browns tumbling down to 23. Number 2, the Black Panther division. Okay, what are you talking about? No, the Chiefs at number 9, Sneakers. The Ravens rounding out the top 10. Those dangerous Colts. Peter, what do you think?
Colts down at 11. They've won 3 straight and are 5-2. That's disrespectful.
Save it for Hanzus. He's coming shortly because lastly we go, of course, to the Iron Man division. Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. Talking about Tom Brady? No, Tony Stark. Patriots number 1, Niners, Saints, Packers, and the Vikings in at 5. Let's go right now to the Nick Fury of this segment, the man behind the power. Eye patch be damned from Los Angeles is Dan Hanzus. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning, everybody.
You refer, Dan, to your top 4. It's a great name. As the Holy Quadrant. There are the Patriots, the Niners, the Saints, and the Packers, and then everyone else. Who in the top 10 would you say has the best shot of invading said Holy Quadrant?
In the AFC, I'd say the Kansas City Chiefs, and we need to get Patrick Mahomes back in there, and then we need him to play like the MVP. I'm a little nervous about this knee injury and how it could potentially affect him going forward, but you could absolutely see the Chiefs get hot and become the team in the AFC that could rise up and be the challenger to the Patriots as they were last year. In the NFC, I look at the Cowboys. I've been getting killed in my mentions, and I don't care. Bring it for having the Cowboys as high as I do in the power rankings. But I just think top to bottom, their roster is so strong, and they'll have a long winning streak in them at some point, and I think that's coming soon. So I'd say the Cowboys and the Chiefs.
Dan. Come here, Dan.
Oh, no, not again, Kay. I'm sorry.
Dan. What?
All right.
What is this? You've got the Saints below the Niners and the Patriots this week undefeated. I get it. But how does the return of Drew Brees and the blowout win over the Cardinals drop New Orleans in your rankings?
The way you set that up, I thought you were going to yell at me about the Bears again.
Yeah.
But no, you know what? I'm embarrassed to say how much I wrestled with the number 2 spot. No man should take this seriously. But the Saints have 500 yards of offense in Drew Brees' return. The only other time they've had 500 yards of offense this season was Week 1 when Drew Brees played. So you add this Hall of Fame quarterback to this great balanced team. And yes, they absolutely deserve to stay at number 2. And yet I couldn't do it because at a certain point I got to give the Niners the respect they deserve and put them at number 2, an undefeated team that is just killing everyone. What they did to the Panthers, the Panthers go to San Francisco riding a 4-game winning streak and just have their will and their spirit broken. That's what great teams do. So I gave the Niners the nudge over the Saints, but we're talking a coin flip here, Kay. It's not personal.
Kyle did this whole Avengers theme to start it off. Dan, I know you're a cinephile. You love the films. I think you might be more of the Scorsese vein on all that stuff.
I do.
And let's talk about the Bears, though. Let's see. The Bears, they lose. It was on the last-second play, and yet they go down 5 spots, and they're not even in your top 19. You're really down on the Bears. But if they'd made that field goal, would you have been higher?
Well, yeah, I mean, but that's sports. They didn't make the field goal, and Matt Nagy didn't take any accountability after the game and all that stuff, and that annoys me a little bit as a sports fan when I watch it. But when you actually just break it down now, they're in last place in the North. They are in 12th place in the NFC. So this is a team that is in deep trouble. Mitch Trubisky, who I saw people were trying to throw some praise to him because he had that scramble to put them in field goal position, but he also had 2 killer turnovers in the fourth quarter. So it doesn't erase any doubts that I have about him as a quarterback. And you look at their schedule at Philly, home to Detroit. Don't even talk to me about whether the Bears are a real team in the NFC until they win both of those games. So I think we are coming at the point right now where it's the point of no return unless they get things going now.
Dan, the AFC South teams are within a game and a half of each other. You have them spread out on your power rankings, though. Houston at number 8, while the Titans are down at 22. Now, I love the Texans, and you're an 80s guy just like me, so I feel like Deshaun Watson should dress up as Alf because he's been eating cats out here, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But why do you like the Texans, though?
The fact that Alf ate cats, that was crazy. It's
crazy.
That people didn't make a big deal about it. He just ate cats, and nobody found him to be villainous. Although I am a dog guy. Now, what were we talking about? I just got caught up with Alf talk.
The Texans. Why do you like the Texans like I like the Texans?
He eats cats. Deshaun Watson. That's it. Like, you nailed it, Nate. I mean, this guy is better than everyone else in that division. And yes, the J.J. Watt injury is crushing. And in a year where Bill O'Brien, as the head coach and de facto GM, pushed all the chips to the center of the table in 2019, no Watt, does that take him out of Super Bowl contention? Maybe. And yet I look at Deshaun Watson as that special type of player that could really rise above it all. And when you look at the AFC South, if you want to get excited about the Titans with Ryan Tannehill, be my guest. I can't do it. The Jaguars are frisky and fun, and I loved how Minshew played against the Jets. So they're a team that they're kind of hard to figure out right now. The Colts, great team, really well coached, balanced, but I believe they're a 10-6 type team. They're not a dominant type team. The Texans have the highest ceiling, and I love Deshaun Watson. Like Alf loved cats, just devouring them alive. I mean, what is the deal with Alf and the cats?
It's a very grim spot line.
Crazy.
Otherwise, very cheery sitcom. Dan, you rise above it all, too. Follow Dan at Dan Hanzus on Twitter. He's great in this segment, and he's huge on the Planet Melmac. They love you.
They love you.
Love you. They buy your jersey.
Alf! Thanks, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Alien life form, an acronym.
He's amazing.
Alf.
Oh, is that what it is?
Alien life form, yeah.
Where does he find it? They're like alley cats?
The house cat. Like, he's constantly trying to chase it and eat it. Like, Alf, come on, stay away from
eating
whiskers.
cats.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't actually
I
eat.
don't think he actually eats one, or
Has he
maybe.
ever eaten a cat on the show?
I'd have
he
to
did.
go back and do a
He
deep
did.
dive. You did? You
Yeah,
thought he coughed up
He
the
coughed
fur balls?
up like the fur balls.
Oh, but we don't see the eating of the cat.
No.
Good.
It's a day away from Thursday Night Football.
Yeah,
On
you're right
Halloween, things will get spooky.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I think they just did.
It would be pretty spooky if Kyler Murray and company could upset the undefeated Niners on Thursday. Listen, short week, anything can happen.
This is a fun play they ran. This is early.
And is the matchup just right for Keenan Allen to ball out on Sunday? He issued an apology. I think he makes good this week. We'll discuss.
I like the older system a lot.
Yeah?
Good braces. I like